Hi, everyone. I am Mrs. Gall. A lot of you may know me as Miss Novak, but I got married this summer. So your children or grandchildren or niece and nephew will know me as Mrs. Gall, but I am sure I'll be called Miss Novak a lot, and that is okay. I respond to a lot of different things. I live in New Media with my two children and my husband. My children are Ava and Max. And I think that's about it about me. I started here at Southern. This will be my 4th year, so I'm excited about that. And I will have your child for a library class. Our library class is going to look a lot different this year than it has in the past years. Just trying to get this, there we go. With that being said, instead of your children coming to the library to me, I will be traveling to them. I will go to, for example, if they had a day 1 library day and they were in 3rd grade, I would go to their classroom and we would have library class. Also, with that said, unfortunately, we will not be checking out books yet this year. We just want to get a handle on everything. And with not being in the library, it is difficult to supply the kids with the books from the library, and also with sending materials home and then back, and it can get tricky. So right now we're having no library book checkouts, but we will do a lot while I'm in class. Mostly what I'll be doing is read alouds. It will be more than just me reading to your child, though. For example, if your child is in kindergarten, we'll say our grade kindergartners or 1st graders that are coming, a book that they love is Don't Let the Pigeon Drive the Bus. With that, we'll take picture walks. We will discuss characters. We will discuss why a character said something or why a character made a choice about something. We will go over parts of the book. There is a lot we can do without being directly hands-on. They will have books with them at their seats, so they can take any book and use it as a example for parts of the book or things like that we could use. So if they had a book at hand, we would talk about the front cover, the back cover, the spine, author, illustrator, and why they are important in the book and having the book, why is the front cover and back cover important? So things like that. With my older grades, my 2nd, 3rd, and 4th grades, with my 2nd and some of my 1st and 2nd graders, as the year goes on in 1st grade, we'll be reading books like Judy Jones, which is a huge hit when your student or when your children are starting to read chapter books, getting into, I want to read a book that has a little bit more to it. Maybe sometimes they look even at the number of pages and they really, really want to work and get to read those. I'll be introducing books like Judy B. Jones. They're a pretty easy read, but they're fun. They can relate to them, which I think is so important when reading for pleasure, that you can really relate to the characters in the story. And I think students love Judy B. Jones because they can relate to things she does or things she says or how she feels, which is so important to me. And the Magic Tree House series, I'm a huge fan of these because my kids grew up on them. This is our go-to bedtime story at night. So I am a big promoter of the Magic Tree House series. So this would be another book that I'd introduce to them if they haven't read the series yet. I usually don't read the first one. I'll grab one in the middle so they can kind of start out on their own and formulate their own thoughts and opinions on the stories. But I do like to introduce series, chapter book series, because I think it's nice because it gives them a sequential part in reading and in anticipating maybe what the next book is about. So I always like predictions and teaching about that. With my older 3rd and 4th graders, my 3rd, this would probably be 2nd or 3rd, I will definitely be reading Judy Moody books to them to talk about the characters. Again, very similar to Judy B. Jones. Judy Moody books are, but they're maybe a little bit older, and maybe more like the 2nd, 3rd grade. Age-wise, I would say, but really great books. Not too difficult to read. Vocabulary is pretty basic for that grade level and age, but they are really great books. Fun stories. These are really, really fun stories that have a lot of action in the sense of what an elementary student should be aware of and having fun with it. So for my 3rd and 4th graders, I'll be definitely reading the series of the Clementine. This is a great series. We'll be getting into this. Again, relating to the characters, that's a big part of why I read the read alouds. I always like to get to know my class first. Usually I'll just bring in some picture books the first week until I meet all my classes and kind of see the dynamics. I won't just read, if I'm doing Judy Moody with one 2nd or 3rd grade class, I won't do it across the board because one class may be different from the next class interest wise, or I can just see a little bit like, oh, I think they really like this. So I try to switch it up to fit their personalities and interests. And, some might have different interests. So I'll try to make sure I can get a lot of their needs and interests met. Another book for my 4th grade, I was planning on reading the Spiderwick Chronicles. I haven't read this yet to my grade levels, but they're a big hit for my 4th and 5th graders. So I was thinking mid-year, this is something we're really going to tackle and read, and just kind of, I think it's very thought-provoking. So we'll be able to really build off this story and build off the characters in it. So that's what we'll be doing for 4th grade. Please let your kids know, and you may probably see me. I'll put my mask on so you can see what your students or what your children will see. They'll see me like this when I come into their classroom. They'll have their masks on, so we'll all kind of be in the same situation. I know it can be difficult to hear when you have a mask on, or when someone's talking and they have a mask on, it can be difficult to hear. We'll make it through. I can be pretty loud. My library is pretty big if you haven't been in it, and I can project. So I'll make sure that your children are taken care of in every educational way, an emotional way that you need them to be, because I know I've missed them terribly. It isn't the same being in the building without them. So I'm really looking forward to being back with them in the classroom at a desk, and we're working, even though it's not like it usually is. We're not in the story well reading. I'm looking forward to it. I've missed them very much. So if you've any questions, you can email me. My maiden name is my old name, so it won't be Gall yet, but it's mnovak@scasd.us. So please email me anytime that you need anything. I'll be sending out you'll get reminders from your classroom teacher when is your library day. It will, we go on a 6-day rotation. So if you're new here with a kindergarten student or a 1st grade student, if you kind of forget how we work, we will be on a 6-day rotation. So I'll have your child once every 6 days, and I teach every student in the school, which I absolutely love because I love getting to know all of them and I enjoy it immensely. Like it's my favorite. So if you have any questions, let me know. Looking forward to it. And I hope your child has a fantastic first day of school and a great school year. We're looking forward to it. We are ready for them to get back in the building and just have a great year. Thank you. Bye-bye.